So here today is the day after Easter here in Iowa. It's a beautiful day, sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and not windy, which is that's kind of unusual for Iowa in the spring, but we love those days. Yesterday was a whole day of rain, which we're so thankful for. So thankful that God gave us that rain yesterday. It was like a nice rain too. It wasn't like storm or anything. So it was perfect. And today is a perfect day. Like you can see, the bees, it's like their favorite day today. So the trees are really in bloom. The plants, the dandelions are really starting to pop up. So they're really having a great day today. So I'm going to share with you a couple things, what we've been doing with the bees last week. And then also I'll show you what we're going to do this week. Okay, so first of all, I'm in the bees. I can't see which is the hive numbers. I think this is 8. Yes, 8, right here. Number 8. Okay, so this is number 8. So when we checked in our hives last week, we found out throughout the line of them that there were some that wanted to swarm. They were really doing good. They're building strong. They're really strong, which we're very thankful for. But when you see that, you want to take an action so they don't swarm and you don't lose them, or you don't lose half of them, should I say, right? So what we did, number 8, what we did when we saw that, we had to split them, of course, okay? So now we took 6 frames that had 5 swarm cells on it, and we made a new hive, which is number 11 at the very end now, okay? Because we only had 10. Coming out of winter, we just had 10 hives, or actually 9 hives, but okay. So we made number 11. Then also, this was such a big hive and such a strong hive, it could even be split one more time. And number 9 hive right here was empty. It was ready for bees. So we gave them 4 frames with 5 swarm cells, so they can, raise their own queen now. So we have 11 and 9 who need to raise their own queen. But what also happened with number 8, this was a crazy hive. We could not find the queen. Now, go figure, right? They were so big, they wanted to swarm, but we couldn't find the queen. So what we did, and we looked a lot of days, we looked a lot of times. It was kind of like, it was just, we couldn't find them. And what happens sometimes, the reason we probably couldn't find her, is when bees are going to swarm, the queen, her abdomen shrinks. So she stops laying eggs for a while. So she's kind of looking like a regular bee, and there's so many bees in the springtime compared to like fall and winter. It's just hard to find her, right? And our queens were not marked, or not all of them anyways. And so if they're not marked, really difficult. So we were unsuccessful finding her. So what we did though, because of course we don't want them, we still want them to be a good hive. Another hive that was a strong hive is number 6. So we took some eggs from 6, and we, I'm sorry, my hair is getting in my face. We took some eggs and we gave to number 8. So now they can raise their own queen, if the queen isn't there. Now, if the queen is there and we just missed her, well, they'll just make worker bees. It will be not a big deal. So now they're good. Number 8 is good, number 9, and number 11. Now, number 10 over here was a hive that made it through the winter. They have a queen. They are good. We marked her because now we've decided to mark all of our queens so we don't have this problem of when you can't find them, especially when there's so many bees. So number 10 is marked. She's good, but they are a small hive. So what we did was we gave them some brood from number 6, because number 6 was a hive that was going to need to be split. So instead of actually splitting them, we just gave number 10 some brood, and then we gave number 8 some of the eggs. And probably there was brood on it too. So that way it helps number 6, the population, and their need to swarm. It's lessened that now. So we have 11 is good, 10 is good, 9 is good, 8 is good. Now we're on to number 7. Number 7 is right there. Now number 7, what happened with number 7?
Okay.
There's too many.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you this. So I found the queen.
Okay.
I marked her.
Okay.
And then I moved her down to the bottom box.
Oh, yes.
And then I put a queen separator, or a queen excluder between my honey box and my brood boxes, okay?
Yes.
So I know my
queen,
I know my queen is down there, put the excluder in so the bees will backfill that with honey. So that one's all good.
So
okay?
number 7 is good. The
Yep.
queen is found and she's marked. And at the bottom.
Yep. So what we do know at this standpoint is queen is found and marked in 10. Queen is found and marked in number 7.
Yep.
Number 8, question marked.
Well, they'll raise a
Yep.
queen if need be.
Yeah, if need be. So we'll find out here next week. And then number 9 and 11 both each have multiple queen cells to
They'll
raise their own queens.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll check them here in a little while.
Yep.
Give me a couple of weeks.
Correct.
Too. Okay, very good. So that was now up to number 7. Now to number 6, which I kind of talked about. But a funny thing happened with number 6. I didn't tell you
Funny,
yet.
crazy, devastating.
Well, not devastating.
To me, it was.
Well, you have to just.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I know. You're
They'll
more
be all right.
optimistic than I am.
Yeah, it's all right. But what happened with number 6 was that when they were moving the eggs and trying to mark her, got her into the queen, the marking thing, which is that thing on top of number 6. You put her in this little thing and then you kind of squish her a little bit so she doesn't move and you can mark her. So did that, and then how did you lose her?
Well, I set her on top of number 7 while I finished going through that colony.
Yeah.
And I turn around and I watch her. She got out of that cage.
Oh, yeah.
And she flies away.
Yep. I
She
say
flew
she
away.
flew back to her hive.
She's
He
gone.
doesn't believe me, though.
Well, we'll find out next week.
Yeah. Now, the reason that we can't check them today, you probably asked, you're probably like, well, why are you waiting until next week to check them? Well, something also that we did last week was just from 11 to 6, we treated them for their mite treatment. But this year, instead of using Apivar, which we used last year, we used Formic Pro, which is different. It's a different type of stuff. And so you cannot open the lid for the first 10 days, I think it is. You cannot open the lid. So we can't check them. I mean, they're fine. It's okay. But, and you may say, well, why did you change? I mean, that doesn't make sense. Well, it does make sense if you know anything about worming animals, right? So even though mites aren't worms, but kind of the same thing for a bee in a bee population, right? So and I just did a video when we wormed our goats yesterday about how it's so critical to change up your wormer or your treatment because otherwise whatever you're trying to get rid of is going to become immune to whatever treatment you're using if you use it over and over and over again. So we just switched it up, and next year we'll go back to Apivar and go back and forth. So that's the only reason. I mean, but it's working. And now also though with Formic Pro is that when we heard about it, and it does say, I mean, we just followed the directions. I mean, because it's a little bit more risky than Apivar as far as killing the bees.
Well,
But-
yeah, I've heard that it's killed a lot of queens, but I am convinced that that's because people were not following the direction.
Yeah.
So you got to watch your temperature range, etc., and be careful. What I do like about Formic Pro is it will kill the bees underneath the cap.
Not the bees.
The mites
Yeah.
underneath the cappings.
Yeah.
So I do like that part of it.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to see, I guess, when we
Yep.
open it. But
Yeah.
as you can tell, it's not hurting them too bad because they're all out today flying. So we know that they're not dead, all of them.
So Sarah, what are we going to do today?
So today, so that's number 6. So anyway, so number 6 we will check. I'm sure the queen is in there. If not, they'll just have to raise another queen. So we actually have, coming into this spring, we'll have a lot of new queens. That's 3, 4. 4 hives.
Yeah, and then the other 2 we know are last year's queens, so they're all, relatively new.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. What I meant is that that's a lot of hives
Oh yeah.
that are raising, haven't even raised yet. We're in the process of raising their queens.
Yeah.
Last
exciting.
year we didn't have that many. So now, today we're going to go and do 1 through 5 hives. So we have to mark the queen, find our marker, split when necessary, and treat with Apivar.
No,
not
Formic
Apivar, Formic Pro. Okay, so I'm going to do that on another video though because it's going to be long. So please watch my other video if you want to see us splitting, and because I know number 4 needs to be split, so you watch us split number 4, watch us what we do with the Formic Pro and how we mark the queens. And please pray that we don't lose any more queens if you're watching this, because we don't want to do that. And put a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, please. We would really appreciate it. It really helps us to be able to spread God's glory and talk about Him and all of His blessings. And also leave comments, because we love to talk to you and you can share it with us and we can share it with you. So we would love that. So have a blessed day and enjoy the weather. Bye.